right. Welcome to another edition of Brent Stearns Says Weird Things.
Yep.
Also known as Friday Night Magic.
Heroes Welcome.
From Heroes Welcome in Menominee, Wisconsin. As we promised you last week, Gary Kostuch is playing Grixis Control.
Yes.
It's gonna be a thing.
It will definitely be a
especially against
thing.
Black Red Hollow One. He's either gonna hit key cards and stop things, or he's just gonna get run into the ground.
Yeah, especially game one.
I mean, it's nice. There was no turn one discard spell or no turn two discard spell.
That's true.
Really good.
Doesn't have any of the random discard effects.
Yep. So no Faithless Looting, no really good card.
Yeah.
Make some discard cards.
Not Cathartic Union, but Goblin Lore.
Yep. The other one though, the one that does both players.
Some lists do run Cathartic Union,
Yep.
but
I was thinking my favorite one, that each player just draws 3 cards. And
yeah,
then
Burning
discards 3.
Inquiries.
Yes. Something with fire.
Yes.
All right. So it looks like Gary did get the Water Grave. He has a Blood Crypt in hand. 2 Blood Crypts in hand. Gary loving everything about this deck right now.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
I'm really surprised that he agreed to play this.
He does like Grixis Control because it's not just like straight counter spells.
Okay.
So the deck plays 3 Cryptic Commands, 2 Logic Knots.
Okay.
That's it. Alright, so 3 mana for the Phoenix.
Kind of stinks though that all of Gary's removal is just destroy.
Yep.
So like, yeah, the Phoenix, and even if he like terminates one, it's still
Yes, even as a
always
Fatal
can go
Push or a
back.
Lightning
Yeah.
Bolt or something like that, yeah. This is where we were talking earlier about how Leyline would be much better than Surgical
Right.
against this deck.
Yeah.
Whereas like with Dredge, your Surgicals are at a premium because you really only have to worry about 2-3 cards.
Right.
There was a large discussion if you could Surgical a Creeping Chill.
I believe you can.
You can. The way it's worded is so it still gets dredged and it still hits the graveyard
Right.
to trigger it. But then the argument was that the card has to be exiled to be cast. So then there's nothing to exile.
Right.
So yeah, but it does work.
Well, see, I think it was pretty simple because you can do that to an Archamoeba as well. Well,
Yep.
it's on the stack,
Yep.
and that's pretty much been well known. Not that anybody ever is going to pay 2 life to get rid of an Archamoeba, but
Yep. I think we're gonna have, not to cut you off, we're gonna have a hollow one discounted at
Oh,
least
boy.
-1 right now. So
Oh,
and now it's gonna be free.
and it's gonna draw 2 more right here.
Did draw the Burning Inquiry. Not quite as good on like turn 4.
No.
I mean, still not bad. So we're at least going to see a Hollow Boy here.
Oh boy, hollow tape.
All right, Gary down to 11. And there it is, the free 4/4. Gary fetching again. He has not done much.
He is not. He's played a couple lands and said go. He does. I did kind of look at this. He does play some number of main deck Damnation.
Yes, there is 2 Damnation and 2 Anger of the Gods.
Okay.
So Anger would be really good.
Although,
And it doesn't kill the Hollow one.
right.
But I mean, still getting rid of the Phoenix and the Bloodghast.
Yeah.
And then you can, use the terminates or the Kolaghan's commands or the braids on the Hollow one.
Right. I think in this situation right now, yeah, either would be good, but I still think
He does have a terminate
yeah.
in his hand. Don't know if he has the anger. He has a red card. I'm guessing it's a lightning bolt. All the dual lands, just
Yeah.
all the damage here. So you go to 2 here if he doesn't do something. So let's see if he has the anger.
Does have the anger. Oh, that's good.
So he's gonna go to 6.
The kind of the positive thing about it is that it exiles the 2
Yep.
relevant creatures
Yep.
that are going to die. So
Yep.
they
So now
can't
next,
come
if
back
he can
now.
survive, I mean, he will survive this turn. But now his removal's online. He did have the bolt, so he was dead.
Ooh.
Goes to 7. It's going to go to 3 here off the attack. So if Jacob can draw another bolt. Even, no, Phoenix wouldn't do it either. Phoenix put him to 1.
Yep.
Yep, so Gary at 3. He does have the Terminate. Now he's just kind of fading the top of the deck here.
Looked like Jacob drew a Goblin Lore. I think at Gary at 3, I probably would have just flashed back the Faithless Looting just to look for anything for next turn, but
Yep, so here's that Terminate. Tough to stabilize, though. He only has a couple ways to gain life.
right.
He has the Collective Brutalities.
He definitely wants to at least get out of that 3 range. Definitely wants to get out of bolt range.
Yep, so he has...
Thankfully, all the haste creatures only do 2 damage.
What is that blue card in his hand? I mean, I feel like I should know this.
There's a cryptic command.
Cryptic command. He does not have the... I mean, he could if he Field of Ruined.
Yeah, if you Field of Ruins, gets an island, he can cryptic command.
Yep. What are you going to do here? Yep, so he fields the green source. I mean, not that it's relevant.
Right.
But the island comes into play. Untaps her.
I don't think Gary's ever used that, and he's used to like Path to Exile effects, so it's very strange that Field of Ruin just has come to play just normally.
Yep. It could matter here though, depending on what phase he did it in.
Right.
If he does not, it doesn't matter. This is end steps. Okay. The Cryptic is online now, so he can fade a bolt.
Yeah.
I believe he does have the bolt in his hand too. He's dead.
Oh yeah.
So, Jacob letting him use his Jace. Going to the Fate Seal. Probably would have brainstormed. Jacob, is that not a bolt? It's a Burning Inquiry, maybe. I feel like that's a lightning bolt.
It looks like a lightning bolt.
He could be worried about like mana leak,
right.
or even like Logic Knot at this point.
Right.
Place back the looting. The Hollow One is now costing 1. Once he discards. If Gary gets on tap here, I feel like I like his chances.
Yeah, he's definitely looking a lot better if Gary gets to untap.
Alright, so Hollow One is free now. It does have that bolt. I think he's just going to try to bait the counterspell with the Hollow One.
Yeah.
And then fire off the bolt. Yep. Oh, do you have a counter? I feel like I would not counter it though. If I had a counterspell, I probably would not.
I mean, you have the Jace to bounce it too, so.
Yep. Passes. Alright. Interesting. Jacob playing a little too defensively.
I think a little too defensively. He's much of an aggro deck. He should have just, especially when Gary
you gotta make him
almost tapped out for Jace.
Yeah. So he's going up. I'd leave him on top. Yeah, it's a Black Cleave Cliffs. He has a Cryptic and a Snap, I believe. So he can Snap Terminate. And if he taps correctly,
yeah, he can still.
If he goes and gets an island,
right? If he gets a basic island, he can Snap Terminate and still leave a
Cryptic
command.
Because he can use these mana here. No, he can't. Nope. Yeah, he could. Yeah, because
he'll have 3. He'll have
the
4
island
blue.
over here and uses that. Yep.
Yeah.
Gary, not a big control fan though, so I don't know if he's going to see this line, but the line is there. It's all about, I mean, like we've talked about before, protecting the queen. Jace is the queen.
Jace is the queen, yeah.
Phoenix changes the math a little. Yep, so be careful how you tap here.
Well, Gary now with the Phoenix though can't use his fetch land.
Yep. Alright, that's the okay. I guess that line works, but he tapped his 2 islands.
Yep.
I just bolt here. Yeah, he's playing around mana leak. He doesn't have the mana to do anything. He's like, I realize I'm an idiot. I tapped him. Yep. Yeah, that's what I heard him say.
Yep. All right.
Yep. So it was there.
He had
I
everything
don't know that
right.
he could have won that game.
I don't know. Well, if he countered, he needed to counter that bolt obviously, and then next turn he really needed to bounce the Jace with, or bounce the Hollow One with Jace.
Well, he still has the Snapcaster to block though.
The Snapcaster died that last turn because it blocked the Hollow One.
Oh, yep, you're right.
He terminated
right.
the Phoenix.
Yep. He did have a Fatal Push in his hand, so he actually could have Fatal Pushed the Phoenix. And then Snap terminated the Hollow One. Well, they wouldn't have Cryptic, so yeah. Yeah, I don't know that he can. I think he was a little too low there.
Yeah.
But no, he did better with it than I thought.
Yeah.
He had a chance there if he would have tapped correctly to buy himself at least another turn.
Right.
I would have liked to see Brainstorming with the Jace, though.
Yeah, I definitely like Brainstorming with Jace, trying to get that card advantage.
Yeah, because he had the Damnation in his hand, and it wasn't going to do much as a 1-for-1.
Right.
He couldn't Fatal Push the Hollow one. Trying to think if there's a realm where he could go like Snapcaster Anger and kill the Phoenix, but I don't think he can.
Not really, especially since he just brought the Phoenix back that turn.
Yeah,
it's not.
No, I think
I
he
really
played it right
way.
other than tapping wrong, but he didn't get his face punched in. So
That's good at least.
He did things and played cards. He played a Jace. I was proud of him.
Still has a good looking face.
Yes. Jace the Ace has a good looking face. So does Gary.
So does Gary.
You know, I was thinking that I actually think we can. Yeah, we got the mic working on the screen now for our sideboard here.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Okay.
So we can kind of talk about things here while they shuffle. See their wonderful names. So we've been really trying to boost up the followers, viewers, both on here and on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I think we need to try to do like a challenge.
Oh.
It works really well for Jeff Hoogland. So,
Who, he gets 1,000 people watching him.
But
and
if we can get to, so our goal is to get to 100 on the YouTube page.
Yep.
Or 50, or both obviously. And,
right.
But either or both, getting to 50 on here or 100 on the YouTube page. So we're putting it out there. If we can get to either one this week or next week even, if we can get to that 50, tell your friends. We're going to tell people here at the shop. I will play a F&M round 1 on feature in a dinosaur costume.
That's Robert Brostrom.
Yes.
In a dinosaur costume?
I will wear a dinosaur costume. And I will play a deck of anyone's choosing.
Oh boy.
If we can get the followers up, I will do that. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm putting it out there. We're going to talk to the guys tonight, let them know, tell their friends, try to get the subscriptions up, because we enjoy doing this. We'd love to do it for more people.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, if that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do. Then Brent can wear like a owl costume.
Nope.
You can play Owling Mine like Jeff Hoogland.
Absolutely not.
All right, so let's hop down here and see where we're at. So, yep, looks like we are getting started here.
Tell your friends, tell your wife.
I wore one at work, so I know one fits.
Okay.
It's a Reptar.
I don't want. Oh, from Rugrats?
Yes. It has a tail even.
Oh boy.
Probably be uncomfortable to sit on.
Yeah. You can run away with your tail between your legs.
You could. So, the happiness, I have double black. I mean, depending on what his hand is, I mean, if he has Fatal Push Lightning Bolt against specific cards, like, it's not bad.
Right.
Also, if Jacob just goes for like a Burning Inquiry here, he can reset his hand.
Right. Though Jacob didn't have it first turn, I really don't think he's going to play it second turn, unless obviously he draws it. But
I think he has a Cryptic in his hand. The Swamp Blood Crypt.
That seems pretty good. Gary did fetch, so he didn't go for the blue source, though.
I find that interesting.
I think I do see the Burning Inquiry in Jacob's hand.
I think he's going to do it. Oh, come on. Get a land here. Get a land. He has 3 hollow ones, I believe. Nope, that was moving his deck. Never mind. Don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either.
Beautiful swamp. Or as we call it in Germany, a Sumpf.
A Sumpf.
Also a great D&D character.
I had a half-orc barbarian. His name was Sumpf.
He was a good guy. Is that the guy who jumped on the squid?
Yes. Yes, it was.
And also climbed up a mountain?
I climbed up a mountain with an armor-clad warrior on my back too,
Yes.
because
Well, after he fell in the water.
Well,
you
yeah.
had to dive off the cliff to get him.
yes.
Speaking of D&D, talking about this last week, the Ravnica D&D comes
Oh
out.
yeah.
And John is having a event for that.
Okay.
So you can come out, test out. There's like a little sample campaign that you can do.
No, that's cool.
As well as there's a booster draft.
Oh.
after it as well with some promos and things like that. So.
Okay. Didn't know about that, but I think it's pretty neat that they're kind of combining, the elements of Magic into a RPG.
I'm interested
like D&D.
to see how it will go as far as what classes there are going to be.
Right.
Probably not going to be a Planeswalker class. Probably like a rogue style class, a wizard.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
like a pyromancer.
Yeah, they do have like the basic classes in Ravnica, so.
He's got a blue source.
Yeah, you should see my hand.
He could have fetched a new source. Oh yeah. I'm trying to think of the cards he would need double black for. I mean, there's Damnation and there's Liliana of the Last Hope.
Not some of the more expensive stuff, but it was I like it. I like the
Yeah, I bet.
I didn't remember what.
Not drawn a surgical yet. I think I would surgical the Phoenix if I had one.
I'd probably wait on surgically the Phoenix only because
I guess
it doesn't do anything.
until
Yeah,
you
unless,
get a hollow one or something
Right.
like that.
it's like
Yeah.
now I'd probably get the blood gassed if I could.
Well, yeah. Because again, I don't know that he has one.
Acts like that now come in later.
Most likely a Tassiger, and then he's count the graveyard. There's Bloodgas triggers, comes back, plays the Hollow Boy. And
No,
he
he's
can
going to
return
get one.
the Phoenix.
Yeah. I believe he has 2 in there, but he can only bring back
Yep.
1 right now.
It's a pretty solid turn.
Yes.
Didn't have crawl space, but that's crawl space.
That kind of fallen out of favor, I think. Dredge obviously being the premier graveyard deck, and before that it was the Dredge Vine
The
deck.
Dredge Vine, yeah.
And that deck's even kind of fallen off a little bit, I think.
Well, again, it's because I think Dredge has that little bit of edge with
I
the.
think it's funny they print one card,
Yeah.
and the deck is just bonkers. I haven't watched a lot of the Star City, but I know you were talking about it. Just the cards just being amazing, and we've seen it on stream the past couple weeks even too. Just here, the card's been so good.
Right. Just all of a sudden, instead of having to do 20 points of damage, all you have to do is like 9.
Yep, and the life you gain is not irrelevant.
No,
either.
right, exactly. And it's great against burn. It's great against the aggressive aggro decks. Again, against control, gives you that extra little bit of reach.
Creatures, and lands.
Yep. Always take the Snapcaster. I feel. I mean, unless it's like a card that's going to kill you. But
Right.
If you have a thought seize on turn 1 or Inquisition on turn 1, like take the Snapcaster.
Yeah, so usually Snapcaster is usually the best choice.
Because you're not really trying to attack, right? You're just trying I was gonna say, have you thought about putting a combo finish in there?
Have you ever played against it?
Not that exact list, but similar list, yeah.
It's scary.
I know.
It sucks they banned Winter Orb.
It's great that they unbanned Geist. I would unban Geist if they
Winter Orb was probably pretty smart.
Yeah, it was.
Plays the Tassiger, which we figured he had. Can block the hollow one, but I mean that Phoenix is still going to be a problem here. He's at 6.
Exile graveyard. Yep. Okay.
Once again, you're playing a commander deck in Modern. Here we go.
This is just kind of.
I got some interesting things. I mean,
Here, he kept the Bolt in the graveyard too, so you can start activating that Tassiger next turn.
I've shuffled in 3.
He does have Logic Knot, but he can only Logic Knot for 2.
isn't that the best feeling?
And not that Jake is going to play any spell that is relevant.
Yeah.
That's going to matter. His graveyard is huge. The Delve cards are going to cost a single.
It isn't looking too good for Gary.
Again, he has not immediately died,
Yeah, the rest of that stuff in there should be.
which is good.
Right.
But he's gonna die soon.
He's putting up a fight.
Kind of. Like, he's like fighting him with one arm.
No, it's still a fight.
So I think he does have the other Phoenix, but he can return here.
Gary is gonna counter
Logic
the
not the- okay.
Logic, not the Faithless Looting.
He's at 6. Bolt, snap, bolt. That'd be great.
That would. It's one of the best ways to win a game is bolt, snap, bolt.
Those are 4.
I don't know, if I were Jacob, I think I would attack with the hollow one as well. Because Gary's going to block the hollow one, it would die, but he'd still get 2 points more of damage, and he'd be dead this turn.
Yep.
Not that it's really going to matter, but
Yeah.
he's going to mantle it.
Oh, he hard cast the Phoenix. Okay.
Yeah, he hard casts the Phoenix, he mantles it, but he's still going to get it back.
Yep. You can just go to combat.
Yep.
Yeah, get it back. And then attack for lethal. We forgot to put our wins up. We were so excited.
Yeah, my entire so when I put that on, great thing to do. My entire hand was like, I looked at like
Unmoored ego. He had it in his hand, but not really a clever place to play it. So
No.
All right, so we're gonna see if we can move a game over here.
Oh, you didn't fix the names.
I'm Gary.
All right.
You're Robert.
Yeah, I guess so.
So yeah, we're gonna see if we can move a game over. Otherwise, we'll be back here for our favorite round.
The pizza round.
You missed it last week.
I know.
Some good pizza.
So sad
It
about
was
that.
delicious pizza. So hopefully it's just as good this week.
It probably is.
All right, so we'll be back here shortly. So you're back for round number 2, our favorite round,
Pizza round.
pizza round. You could be enjoying the pizza too if you would join us.
Looks like Julian's taking a mulligan.
So we have some Dredge, which we were pretty excited to watch last week.
Yeah.
Dredge, like we were talking about last round, is kind of the new guy on campus, the big man on campus.
Well, he's not even the new guy on campus. He's the old
But
guy on
he's-
campus
he's-
that bought a new hat.
Yes. Frosted the tips.
Yeah,
of his
exactly.
hair,
He
you know,
spiked
he's
it up.
got a
Yeah.
fedora on.
Something like that.
Bought some new pants.
Yeah.
The hat is Creeping Chill.
That's pretty
What
much
kind
it.
of hat would Creeping Chill be?
Creepy
Like a
chill?
top hat? Is creepy kind
I
of?
kind of see it as like a bowler hat, you know,
Pork pie? Pork pie hat?
something like that.
How about a fedora?
Maybe a fedora.
I can see a fedora with like a feather in it.
How about a cowboy hat?
No, I don't think
I don't
it's
see
a
it's a
cowboy hat.
creepy tree.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think. I think he just discarded a
Discarded
creeping chill, but
so
it doesn't
you
really
will
do
only
anything.
see 3 creeping chills. So he played a token card that I'm not sure what is, but it made a token. And then I think he played a Doom Traveler. That when it dies,
That is a
you get
doom. Yep.
when
You
it
get a
dies,
1/1
let's go ahead
spirit.
and pull that up here. Not probably not a card people are familiar with.
Cathartic reunion, discarding creeping chill, factor.
I always like seeing new cards on the stream. Yep, so 1 mana 1/1. When it dies, create a 1/1 spirit creature token flying.
Yep.
This card was really big in standard when it was around. Just because it would kind of replace itself. It was in the Lingering Soul decks. It was really good. So Julian discarded a Risk Factor, it looks like.
And Dredge, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty
that
sure that's
is-
a Risk Factor.
That is a risk factor.
It was played in some burn decks
Yeah.
over the weekend.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I like that card a lot. You said that when he's spoiled, that I think it was a modern playable card, and I definitely agree. The fact it's basically Browbeat,
Yes.
but the fact that it's an instant
Yep.
makes it really, really good. And the fact that you can essentially flash it back.
Flashback, yeah, buyback, or well, yeah, I guess flashback.
Alright,
The
so
fact that
another
even if it's in the
faceless
graveyard, it's still in your
lead.
hand.
Yep. So we had a Narcomoeba here. We're going to see a Prized Amalgam come into play. The token deck can be really good at mucking up the ground here.
Right.
But as we see the main card, the Conflagrate, is
Yeah.
going to be able to clean up the board pretty well here.
Easily clean up all the X1s.
The fact that the Doom Traveler leaves the guy behind, though, is pretty good.
Right.
Shipping away here. Now, I'd like to see the card like Honor the Pure or Intangible Virtue come out
Yeah.
here, giving those tokens +1/+1.
Looks like he's only stuck on
So he hit a creeping
one
chill.
land right now.
Yep, and a Creeping Chill and an Narcomoeba, so we're going to see 2 Prized Amalgams come back here.
Oh boy.
So 5 points, so it's going to be 8-point swing on this turn, basically.
Trigger both the prize.
Yep, so you got the delay triggers.
So when this is milled, it comes to battlefield. When these
Julian kind of explaining how the triggers work here. Dredge definitely does not follow the traditional lines of Magic.
No.
I did pick up everything for Dredge, -1 Shriekhorn.
nice feeling are there.
Oh.
We had everything for Dredge.
Right.
I got 4 Creeping Chills.
Okay.
They were like $1.50.
Yeah.
And then had Gary look through some cards last night, found 2 Shriekhorn.
Okay.
So I just need 1 more or 2 more Shriekhorn, depending on the list.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody's watching and they want to play Dredge, we'll have it built for next week. Or you could watch me play Dredge
In a
in a
dinosaur.
dinosaur costume if we hit 50 followers. I mean, that sounds better.
I could watch Bob in a dinosaur costume.
Brent's going to make 15 different Twitch accounts.
Yep. Bill 1, Bill 2, Bill 3.
Making all those Yahoo Mail accounts.
Yep.
So tokens being stuck on one land feels a little rough.
Yeah.
Swing for 1.
Alex sporting the Brewers hat. Sad to see them lose last week.
Did put up a good run though.
They did. They did. Alright, so he's got... So he can Conflagrate for a bunch here soon. Next turn. I think he can... Well, I guess he got the blockers. He's going to get 2 through here. Potentially 5. 15. Conflagrate for 7. Depending on what he mills here, maybe a 2-turn clock. Brings that back. 2 bug S and a delay trigger on the Amalgam. And he's got the Conflagrate
Yikes.
with if he hits another land,
Well, he has at least one more land in
Yeah,
hand
so-
from the.
so he can life from the loam and then conflagrate for a bunch.
Yeah.
And get lethal. So yeah, it's Brave the Elements. Go ahead and
Okay.
pull that card up. That's another one we don't see very
Wow.
often here. Choose a color. White creatures you control gain protection from that color until end of turn. Most likely picked black.
Probably.
Could have picked blue.
He probably could have too.
Yeah, another standard all-star.
Yeah, that's an oldie but a goodie.
Card also sees play in Soul Sisters.
Okay.
In Modern. So
Oh.
kind of that modern fringe card. Card
Yeah.
is very, very powerful. How good if that card was green and you could play an Infect.
That'd be pretty good. All green creatures game.
I mean, they basically have Apostle's Blessing, which is the same thing.
I mean, yeah. Plus, they have that defense strike or whatever, the one that gives a +2 and hexproof.
Yep.
Then they have
The Blossoming Defense. Yep.
blossoming defense, and then they have things that are similar to it. Granted, it's not protection from X color, but
Yep. Hexproof kind of being the same thing.
yeah,
Just the fact that making your creature unblockable would be
Right.
nice, though. But I guess they have a 1 mana do that anyways. It costs them 2 life.
yeah,
Infect doesn't really care about its life total.
no,
Doesn't care about your life total.
no.
Excited to see how Travis is doing tonight. Maybe we can get him next round, depending on how he's doing. We can watch him struggle and lose on camera like he tends to do.
He's a bad habit of doing that.
We'll try for round 4 then. Risk
Yeah.
factor cast here. So let's see what he chooses here. Thinking it over. I would probably not let him draw cards because he can replace the Dredge mechanic,
Right. Yeah,
which he's going to do here. So each instance of draw, he
Wow.
can Dredge.
Yep.
Looking for some creeping chills. So now he can Dredge him again, or he can draw. That with Conflagrate is pretty good too.
Yes.
Play his lands. Yeah. Oof. It's a boatload of damage. 4, 7, 10, 13, 14, 15 coming across.
Ouch,
He can
for
block
just
6 of it, go to 9, go to 7 here.
And then he's going to be left with just a spirit token.
Yep. Feels like a losing battle.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
Actually, one of the few decks Risk Factor could honestly go in.
Unless he has some infinite combo that involves a plane to the spirit token.
Not that I can think of.
He's got another Brave here? Yep, another Brave.
All right.
So he's net positive on creatures than he would be.
You're still taking a lot of damage.
He's got a fetch land for the
9.
Blood Guest too.
11 damage.
That goes to 5. Yep.
He's facing 4 prize Malcolm.
Facing 17 damage.
Yeah. 17 with the Bloodghast.
Yep.
Oh, and of course, right there next to
Oh,
We
there's
got another land.
There's the planes on
All
top.
right. So Julian taking the first game here.
Ormon's Crypt.
I'd like to see more of the token deck though, so hopefully he gets not stuck on one land.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see kind of what's in there. Guessing it's the token creators like we saw, probably some Honor the Pures, Intangible Virtues, ways to give those tokens +1/+1.
Right.
He does say he does play black in his deck, so we're interested to see what the black splash is.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Typically, it's like Zealous Persecution. Give your creatures +1/+1, or your opponent's creatures -1/-1.
A lot of tokens lists, at least more of the black ones, play Sorin,
Yep, that's also another good one.
Planeswalker,
Get
and
that emblem
creates
right away.
tokens or makes emblems.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that's what Alex is doing, but
Yep. So then you'll see cards like Bitter Blossom.
Right,
It also
yeah.
makes tokens too. I'm guessing he's going more for like, based on his description here, probably like a mono white deck with a black splash.
yeah. I
Some
think
cards out of the sideboard,
I
things
think
like that.
kind of looking at his hand of uncastable cards off of one planes, but it looked like a lot of white cards.
Yep. I'd be interested to see if he has like maybe a Martyr of Sands package kind of thing in it too to gain some life.
Right.
If there's a life gain aspect, or if he's just straight on the I'm making a ridiculous
I
amount
need
of
to make a
tokens.
lot of tokens and kill you.
There's cards like it's the one that costs. It's a really weird one. 2 colorless, 2 colorless, 2 colorless, or white, white, white.
Oh,
Spectral Procession.
spectral possession.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
Three
the
1/1s.
3/1/1 spirits.
Yep.
Probably in his deck. If you're casting planes cards.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and see. I think they're getting ready to start here.
Julian, hurry up so you can get me some. Games are going to take way longer. That is very true.
So Julian looking at his hand here. Alex looking at his. He has at least 2 planes, so we're already doing
He's
better than
already
last time.
doing twice as good as
Yes.
he did last game.
Double is good. Or twice. But I see a planeswalker in his hand. Gideon Ally Zendikar could be good in the deck too.
Oh yeah.
With that +1/+1. Also makes tokens. Boy.
I've never seen that art before. I have no idea.
I'm not sure what that card is.
If there's anybody in chat that wants to let us know,
It's a card that probably does something with tokens.
I hope it does.
Raise the Alarm here. One of my favorite cards.
Know that one. But
I'm a fan of the Mirrodin art though. But yeah, definitely a good card. I played that card a lot when I first started playing Magic. Eternal Misery 666. Thank you very much. Central Totem. Let's see if that's the card here. Alright, we're still looking it up here. Looks like Julian passed. Just trying to look up that card here. Appreciate you talking in chat. Thanks for hanging out with us.
I very much appreciate it. Oh, Alex has a nice spell bomb.
Oh, there we go. Yep, that is the card.
Holy
Thank you
smokes.
very much for your help, sir. So Sentinel Totem, 1 mana. When it enters the battlefield, scry 1. Tap, exile Sentinel Totem. Exile all cards from your yard. So
Oh, it's the graveyard hate card.
yes, so it's
Wow,
the
that's amazing. Awesome. And thank you very much, Eternal Misery 666.
So it's
with a few
the
X's.
Relic of Progenitus type card.
Yeah.
Kind of with an upside. You don't get a draw card, but you get to scry.
And you don't have to keep up the mana to exile it either.
Yeah.
So
Yep, very good against the Dredge strategy.
Yep.
So yeah, again, thank you for hanging out with us. Thanks for letting us know here. Alright, so he's dredging here. Now he's getting on that reset mode here after the totem went off.
he had a Nihai spell bomb too. Alex did. So
Oh, awesome.
he's been taking care of that graveyard, but Julian keeps filling it up though.
That's the thing with cards like Relic or the Spell Bomb or things like that, where like they're kind of that one shot.
Right.
You know, with like your Rest in Peace or your Leyline of the Void, it's always out there. So it's kind of hard to know when that window is to do it. Julian dredging, so he's got the Bloodghast, has a Dredger. It's pretty good. Okay, so yep, he's gonna conflagrate for a lot. I believe it's 5.
I was gonna say I think it's 5. It's at least 5.
Yep, so then the
6.
Traveler... Don't know if he hit the Traveler. But either way, the Traveler would keep the token around.
I think he was going to hit the Traveler. Instead, he just did the 2 damage
it's
to
the
Alex.
same thing.
Yeah.
You can't. There's no way to do it where you hit the Traveler and then the token.
Yeah. We still have a body anyway, so
Yep.
yeah.
That's a path on the Prized Amalgam. Typically, the Dredge decks to play 1 to 2 mountains.
Swing for 1.
The added effect of exiling is very, very
Yes.
good.
As we talked about last week with the Anger of the Gods, you want your Anger of the Gods, things like anything that exiles, really good against Dredge. They only have a few creatures that really matter. Like, if you're getting beat down by Narcomoebas, you're probably okay. You have no flyers with your token deck, but still, like, it's not a bad thing.
Right.
Those prized amalgams are the ones that are really the big hitters. Made himself some humans, and he has the tokens. This is like man after my own heart over here. If you're playing a token deck, you better have the tokens. You better not show up with a pile of dice.
Yeah, I saw he was kind of looking through his pile of tokens. He knows what he's doing.
If my deck makes tokens, I like to have the tokens.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so much easier to represent too.
Right.
Like if you have dice, you can't really represent if they're tapped, untapped, things like that. So
You just kind of
big
have to
shout
remember.
out to Alex for bringing his tokens.
Yes.
I also think his planes match, so I also appreciate that. If you've watched our stream or are a fan of our stream, nothing I hate more than mismatched basics.
And you know that I don't care and will play whatever basic I can do.
You know
out of
what?
the box.
Also, if we can get I'll throw this in too. If we can get the number of followers up, I will even play mismatched basic lands in my deck in a dinosaur costume.
If we can get 50 followers on Twitch, tell your friends. Bob right here is gonna play
Probably
a
Dredge.
deck, probably Dredge,
because I'll
in
be
a
terrible with it.
dinosaur costume on camera.
Yep. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, watching it later, if we can get up to 100 followers on YouTube, I'm just trying to promote the stream, get the shop out there. Yeah. I have no problem making a fool of myself. Checking his tapping here. That camera is directly over his hand.
Yeah, kind of a little bit awkward, but whatever.
I
do like having the face cams.
I do.
Really neat
It's
setup
nice
that they
seeing
have
the
here.
expressions.
Right.
Like, you can kind of tell. I mean, like, I've played a lot of Magic. I've sat across from a lot of people,
Yeah.
especially being a control player, where you get that read on a person's face, where you can kind of tell, like, they drew this. I mean, some people have a good poker. It's kind of like poker face.
Right.
Where some people have a really good poker face, but, like, if somebody drew something good, you can usually tell it.
I just like seeing the expression on the face when somebody top decked their winning card and just.
Or
quick
Gary
looking
when
to
he
see.
fetches the wrong land.
Yeah, you can see the look in his face and he's like, "Why did I just fetch that one?"
Nice, we got a flashback looting here. There's that creeping chill.
Creeping chill.
Card's so good.
Is that another creeping chill?
Believe so.
Because watching Dredge before, the first thing I always thought of was like, man, I really wish I could fit Lightning Helix
Yeah.
in this deck.
I wish I could play 4 Lightning Helixes
Yeah.
for free.
It just the mana doesn't work out, so Wizards like, oh, okay, well here's a Dredge version.
I looked at they did cut the Insolent Neonates for them.
Okay, I guess I wasn't paying attention, but there is a lot less instant.
And a lot of them
Neonates.
started playing Shriekhorns more. Like, I know that was kind of
Right.
like an option a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of them started playing Shriekhorn as like every deck list I looked at played 3, if not 4 copies
Of Shriekhorn?
of Shriekhorn.
Wow.
Because it's turn 1 you get a Dredge off it.
Yeah.
Like, so they need that 1 drop without the Insolent Neonates.
Yeah.
Faithless Looting obviously being better. But the fact that
Not
you can,
necessarily. Turn
I mean, I
one
guess-
Faceless
I guess
Looting
that's
is
true.
not.
it doesn't really do anything. It
Right.
sets up for the next turn.
Yeah.
Whereas the Shriekhorn can mill over like 2 Creeping Chills right off the bat.
Right.
Or you can do a Creeping Chill and a Stinkweed,
Right.
and now you're golden.
Yeah.
Or you can just mill over a Bloodghast and a Prize Amalgam.
Yeah. Play a land for the turn. You already have 5 power on turn 2.
I'm excited. I'm glad we got to see more tokens.
Yes.
This game. He does not have 3 copies of that spirit token though.
How sad.
He may have only brought 4 spirits.
Guess he's not a hero as like you thought he was, Bob.
Still, he brought at least 4 spirits.
He did. Hey, brought at least 4
And
spirits.
3 humans. 2 humans.
I think I smell that pizza.
Oof. The pizza round.
Pizza round.
Pizza round is best round. Alright, so now he's kind of building up for that big conflagrate turn here. Getting the faithless, or the life from the loams off. It's a mitt full of lands here. Don't know that he has any actual spells though. They look to be all
I
lands.
believe that it's just a fistful of lands, but
I mean,
it's
you
definitely.
might as well cast
I
it.
mean, it's conflagrate fodder now.
So he blocks Brave the Elements. I mean, if he can get a way to pump up those tokens, I think he can kind of turn the corner here.
Yeah.
Either Honor the Pure or a Tangible Virtue, something like that. Looks like another Doom Traveler.
I believe it's another
or a
Doom
Lingering
Traveler.
Souls. That could be the Black Splash.
It could be.
Lingering Souls.
Like I said, he did play Nigh Spellbomb, so that's
Yep.
kind of a black splash as well. But yeah, Lingering Souls
Probably
would
plays
definitely be
some number of like Blood Crypts or Isolated Chapels, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Really no downside to them.
Right. God the Shrine.
Yep. Did I say Blood Crypt?
You did.
He could play Blood Crypt.
I mean,
that is a modern legal
You
card.
say there's no downside. There would be a downside to playing that one.
It makes black mana.
But it also makes the red, and it costs you 2 life.
He could maybe play Lightning Bolts.
But yeah, I do believe that was a Lingering Souls.
Alright. So now up to 6 spirits.
Well, that was
Two
6
on
attacking and 2
Yep.
back on defense.
Yep, so
now.
8 spirits total.
So he didn't bring 8 either.
I like the Innistrad Spirit. It's one of my favorite spirit arts. The kind of green ghoul looking thing. It reminds me of like
Looks-
Scooby-Doo. Like if a ghost was going to dress up. Like somebody's going to dress up as a ghost. Like they got a green sheet and doused it in lime jello or something.
Old Man Jenkins.
Yep. It was Old Man Jenkins. And I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Meddling Mages.
That's a card we haven't seen in a while on stream here. I know Roger's here playing some humans tonight. so-
Okay. Maybe if
we
he's
can
doing
see some
well, we
meddling
can see
mages.
Meddling Mages. And it looks like Julian is jump starting that.
So Alan, this is
Risk
another
factor.
thing. I like to see the look on his face as he's thinking about.
Well,
I feel like I would probably take the damage at this
I
point.
think, I
I think
mean,
he's far enough ahead. Yep. And Alex agrees with us here, taking the damage.
because you don't want him to draw cards because all it is just dredging.
Yep. And
like
once if he
half
hits
his
creeping
library.
chills, that flips the game.
Yeah.
Now it's 5-9 instead of 8-6.
Yeah. I definitely think taking the damage there is the
Yep.
better call. He's got blockers if he needs them. Plus, yeah, he's got 8 flyers, 2 humans, plus the doomed traveler.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has lethal next turn.
I believe so.
I don't know if there's anything you can really do about it here. Oh yeah, flashback looting. Looking for those creeping chills. That's the card that turns the corner here.
Right,
Maybe it's not going to win in the game, but it's definitely going to buy him a
It's
turn.
going to buy him a turn, yeah.
Let's see what he gets here. He has at least a Stinkweed Imp in the graveyard. Also, a Conflagrate into the yard would be really good here.
Yeah. Especially with all those lands in hand.
Yep. Does he have a Conflagrate in the yard? Kind of hard to see the whole graveyard here, but if he does, that definitely changes.
Double
he does.
red, he's
he
grabbing
does.
something.
So that
All
definitely
right.
changes the equation here.
2, 3.
He must have just drawn off the Faceless Looting.
Well, I think that 3 that he tapped out, I don't know what he was doing with the Faithless Looting.
Oh, maybe
'cause
it was
I think
the-
the 3 was the
Yes, you're right.
the jump start. Maybe he was discarding the Faithless Looting.
So you discard it.
Discard 6 cards, kill these 2 and 2
Right, you took out a large number of the spirits there.
It took out 2 spirits.
2 me. Yeah. Yeah, and I go on 2.
Did 2 damage to Alex and attack for 4, putting him down to 2.
Yeah, and I kill you.
Isn't Julian just dead though? On the crackback?
Yes. I believe so.
Okay, that's okay. I was just like, am I missing something here?
I think he just did the most he could, and Alex just said, like, okay, attack you? He's like, okay.
All right, so Alex picking up game number 2 here. Nice, we got to see more of the token deck.
Yeah.
All right.
This is a fancy camera thing that was just set up.
Apparently, it must have always been there, and we just realized it.
Yeah.
But it's great. It also lets us kind of see how the rounds are kind of progressing in the background, too, which is kind of nice. It's a wonderful fan and a stormtrooper. Lots of board games in the background, which are definitely free to play as you come down
Yeah,
here.
all these board games back there. If you ever want to come up to Heroes Welcome in Menominee, Wisconsin, bring some friends and just play some board games.
Yep.
And
Wednesday nights, 7 to 10, they have open board games.
Yeah.
It's a lot
I
of good
believe
time.
any day, though, you could just
Yep.
come in and
Well,
play.
yeah,
But yeah,
exactly.
Wednesdays, is usually when a bunch of people come in and, have open board games. Or I know there's a lot of times there's like up to like 8 people playing like one game and stuff like that. So it's a good time. This place is great, if not just for Magic, but board games, comic books.
Yep. All right, and standard showdown tomorrow. John was telling me last week they got a pretty big turnout.
Oh.
It's at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Bunch of standard showdown packs. Get to hang out, play your standard deck. It's a good time.
Standard is in a good spot right now.
It is. Anytime there are Ravnica dual lands in standard, I feel like how can you go wrong?
That's pretty much how Magic is going right now. It's Ravnica will always bring it up, and then it'll slowly go down, and they're going to have to go to Ravnica a 4th time to bring it back up again.
But you know what? That makes the dual lands cheaper, which makes entry to modern cheaper. I mean, the fetch lands are kind of the expensive point right now.
Yeah.
But definitely, I mean, if you build a deck and it's 2-color, you're going to need dual.
And you know it's going to be great if they return back to Ravnica a 4th time? A 4th
You
different
could,
color.
You could play one of each, and then I could throw you down the stairs.
I think right now you can actually play one of each because they
I
have
guess, the expedition.
expeditions, but I'm not going to pay that much for the... Although how great would it be
for
to
the
have...
troll factor?
How great would that be to have 4 different hollow
One of
fountains?
them would be full art.
Yes. Full art, foil.
He's so gross.
I love it. I might actually do that.
Just for the troll factor.
Just for the troll factor.
So he played a Sentinel Totem,
Hey!
which we now know the name of thanks to one of our viewers.
Modern staple.
He's kind of, and that's the thing is like, now when do you crank it? I mean, the cards you're looking for are like Bloodghast or Prized Amalgam.
Right. Well, Julian's going to be playing around it, so
Yep.
he's not going to just fill up the graveyard and be like, oh, I'm going to lose to this card now. He's gonna slowly put things in there.
So he has an artifact token over there too. I noticed. I'm not sure what would make that. Could be playing a Karn or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, the Karn makes
Construct.
the constructs. Not really that good in this kind of deck, but
I'm just trying to think of what would make an artifact token. Could be.
isn't there some that make like a servos or something like that?
There is. Oh yes, like Servo Expedition or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
There's also the one that makes a 3/3 golem when it comes into play.
The Blade Splicer.
Blade Splicer, yes. Don't know that that'd be good in this deck, but it does make a 3/3 golem.
Does make a 3/3 artifact golem.
And you know what that golem is? A token.
It is a token, yes. That's really good with Restoration
There's
Angel.
a Shriekhorn. Deals over a Nature's Claim, Faithless Looting, and a Conflagrate. Conflagrate in the best spot it needs to be in the graveyard. So it looks like we have some soldiers and some humans.
And that one Doom Traveler.
He has never been doomed.
I know,
think.
that's strange. It looks like Alex decided to cash in the Sentinel Totem.
I mean, killing that Conflagrate's pretty good, though,
Yeah,
because he doesn't want to lose his board.
right.
Plus, it lets him. He has 2 more Conflagrates in his hand. Yes. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Again, it's pretty good with all the X1 creatures.
There are the spirits. So I think he played the Spectral Procession.
Okay, yeah.
The other one.
Yep, there's a Spectral Procession.
That soldier token is tapped the wrong way, sir.
He's the odd man out. You guys go over here. I'm going up here.
He's following the Doom Traveler to
is
trying
to Doom.
to Doom, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, it's up to those conflagrates now. He's getting in the graveyard.
Yep.
But any sort of pump effect. Yes, I don't know that he plays those enchantments. I don't know why he wouldn't. But if there are in there, that Intangible Virtue or the Honor of the Pure, pretty strong. And he's swinging for 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21 damage then. That's a lot of prize amalgams, though.
And Prize Amalgam can only block one of the 2/2 if you play. You know, it can
Yep.
only block one
Alright,
of the
so he's
creatures.
playing the conflagrate, just getting in the graveyard. He has the life from the loam, so he has kind of that engine. Yep, plays the loam. He gets back the 3 lands, basically representing 3 damage,
Yep.
or minus
Plus-
3 tokens.
Nice 3 tokens. Plus, it puts a Dredger. Not if he didn't
Yep,
have it already. So Life Alone is such a great card.
it is.
It fuels itself. You know, it's a Dredger, but it also takes cards from the graveyard. And you can just keep replaying it every turn. Such a good card.
Combat. You're tapped out, right?
Yeah, work. The other day I was thinking about Magic, and I was kind of thinking, like, why is there green and Dredge? And it was like, it's only because of Life from the Loam. But the card is so good, you can't not play it in the Dredge deck.
Yep. Alright, so making those humans. Oh, okay. Thank you very much,
Man.
sir. You must be more
You
efficient with these cards than we are. So he's
are-
pointing out, our viewer pointing out, it's Triplicate Spirits was the card that he cast.
See, I thought it was weird because I thought he tapped his creatures, and I
Yep.
couldn't understand what was going on. But yeah, this is what Alex played a couple
That's right, I
times
thought
ago.
the art looked a little off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much again, Eternal Misery. Such a sad name, but a great helper. We both appreciate it.
Seems pretty good in Token Shell.
Right? Yeah,
The fact that
exactly.
you can use your tokens you've already made.
Yeah, you made a bunch of tokens. Now you tap all your tokens to make 3 more tokens. Yeah, that seems pretty good.
I've never heard of that card.
No, I hadn't either. So good on you, man.
M15. Wow. They did have Convoke cards though, because they did have Quarter Calling. Ooh, with a Brave the Elements there. So you can name blue here.
Oh yeah.
Seems to be some sort of discussion as far as when this happened. He may have I think he declared the blocks and then named blue.
Oh,
So had he said pro blue before combat,
right.
he couldn't have blocked then. So I think he was pointing out that I've already declared blockers, so now
Well, I don't-
damage doesn't happen.
I don't think so because he blocked with the Narcomoeba.
Okay.
And the Narcomoeba's still alive, so it was like, oh, I want to do this before damage, and probably Julian was like, oh, okay, being the nice guy that he is.
That's fair. That City of Brass doing some work here, though. Doing some work on Julian's life total.
But yeah, this is another conflagrate.
Yep.
Clearing out some more.
Yeah, not touching that Doom Traveler.
2, going 13.
Julian is down to 3.
You're at 3 health.
Not even a Brave would win here, though, because they put him to 1. Turns off the city.
Oh, maybe he did block because now he just put that Narcomoeba in the graveyard. So it must have been after blocks. Either way.
Yep. Yep, just passes. There's a Caves of Koilos, so we've seen a black mana source.
Yes.
Really looking for that Creeping Chill. Flashback on the looting. Triggers a Dredge on the Stinkweed. There's 1 Creeping Chill.
Oh boy.
10 to 6 now. I guess Dredge is pretty good with a jumpstart on the
Risk factor?
Risk Factor.
I never would have guessed of putting risk factor in the stat, but I don't.
Not the worst thing.
No, it's definitely not the worst thing. Especially the jumpstart. Can you throw a dredger in the graveyard? And so now they're thinking, well, do I take 4 damage or do I, they already have a dredger in the graveyard.
I like it. That's pretty spicy.
I said
I think those 3 copies, like 1 got exiled, but having 3 copies of Conflagrate, like the deck usually only plays 3 copies, and he hit all of them.
Yeah, he got them all at the right time.
Tap 2, Intangible Virtue.
There's that intangible virtue.
Right on
a
time.
bit too late.
Yep.
He does play it, so I feel better about it. I believe he is Hellbent as well.
Yeah, he's just on top deck mode now.
Running Brave the Element? No, I don't think that gets him out of it.
I mean, he's just gonna have to draw more spectral procession
Procession or Triplicate Spirit.
or triplicate spirits. Yeah,
Now that we
It's
know
pretty
that
much-
card is a
yeah,
real
right?
card.
He just needs those, or even lingering souls right now would be pretty great.
Yep.
He just needs
Lingering
something.
Souls flashback.
Yeah, he just needs something to create multiple tokens so he can.
I think Lingering Souls would probably be actually the best draw.
Right. Yeah.
Because he'd get
He
4
would be able to get 4 tokens, 4 spirits. Yeah.
4 Bloodghast out there.
Oh boy.
If I'm Alex, I'm probably just taking the damage.
Go down to 8.
Go to 2.
Or taking 8, go down to 2. Yeah. I think blocking
I
with
guess
the
buying the Doom Tower's free.
is pretty free. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually an upgrade because then it would be a 2/2
Yep.
spirit instead of a 1/1.
Yep.
Yeah, let's block Doom Traveler. I'll take 6, 4, and I get my spirit token.
They have Vigilance as well.
Oh, forgot about that.
So did I. I was like, I know there's more text on this card. So yeah, like I said, does not appear that he drew a Doom Traveler,
All right.
signing his impending doom.
Yep.
Wow, the moment when you realize you just swung
So he can attack for 2.
He can attack for 2. Yes.
The Galaxy is starting to see the writing on the wall as well.
I think he's been seeing it for a while. It's just clear.
Well, yeah. He feels like he's been the Doom
he
Traveler.
definitely put up a fight though, better than the game 1 where he stopped
Yeah.
in 1 land.
Yeah. I think this game he just drew a couple too many lands. Also,
I think it was more the fact of just Julian
well,
just
and
drew really,
yeah, I
really
was gonna
well.
say, and the fact that Julian drew the three conflagrates.
Yep. He was able to shut off the first one. And
Yep.
then, yeah, he had 2 more in his hand and just.
And drawing that intangible virtue way too late.
Yep.
Way too late.
Yeah, I feel like it's a different game if he draws that on like turn 4, not turn 12 or whatever this is.
Right.
Julian just making sure there's no way he can lose here. So yeah, you got the free attack for 2 here.
Yeah, probably did. I was looking for my discard. I was trying to think of
Yeah, Alex kind of pointing out, if I would have had this a long time
Yeah.
ago.
The conf crates wouldn't have been good.
All right. Yep, it's a turn everyone sideways. As you like to say, Brent, math is for the defender.
Math is for the defender.
Magic is hard.
All right, so Julian taking it in 3 here. Good games, though. Good
Yeah.
games. All right, our names are fixed now.
Yes.
So yeah, thanks for hanging out. I was excited to get one of our first non-us comments in chat.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching.
Appreciate it.
If anybody else is watching, we're always up for discussion. So yeah, if you have a favorite deck, a deck you want to see, we can see if we have it here. Yeah, otherwise we're going to be back here for round number 3. We're going to grab some pizza. We'll be back. we're back for round number 3.
This is going to
We
be
have
hilarious.
Blue-black mill versus Dredge. So the mill deck's going to be helping the Dredge player out. But it's not unreal that, I mean, I don't think he's a dog in the match. But I definitely don't like his chances.
Well, both players are going to be trying to mill Julian's deck.
Yep. So he can definitely mill him out.
Yeah, Julian's just going to have to make sure he doesn't over-mill himself, over-dredge himself, and just let Karl do the work for him, kind of.
I actually played against Karl's deck round 1 a couple weeks ago, and played a card I had never ever heard of, where he just milled me out.
Do you remember the name?
Fraying Sanity.
Do you mind if I get my sideboard ready? 'Cause
That could 100% be wrong.
sure. Do you have anything for sideboard? What the hell?
Oh my goodness, it's right.
Wow.
So this card
Oops. Wrong button.
wrecked me. See, at the beginning of each end step, the enchanted player put the top X cards of his or her library into their graveyard, where X is the number of cards put into that graveyard from anywhere this turn. Really good against Dredge, too.
I'm almost thinking that Dredge would want to play that card.
Yeah,
Strange.
it's fetch lands go into the graveyard. It's mill a card. Counterspell something.
Huh. So anything that went to the graveyard, doesn't matter from where. They have to
from
mill.
anywhere.
Wow.
Anywhere.
Anywhere. What a very strange one.
And...
Eh,
Nope,
oh,
no. Does he have it? Sphinx's Tutelage. though.
Yeah.
Oh no. So one.
Another good mill card here.
Yeah. Damn it, Narcany and Creeping Show. You lose Creeping. Oh, that's gross. It's a balanced strategy card with no errors whatsoever.
No, I definitely think there's a room where he can mill him faster than the Dredge
Yeah.
happens.
Upkeep.
Never draw a card. Puts the top 2 cards of her library in the graveyard.
The interesting interaction, though, is with, like I said, with the Creeping Chills, is that the Creeping Chills are going to go off from him milling.
Right. So basically, Julian
Needs to deal him
almost-
8 damage.
Yeah.
Is it that bad?
Julian just has to make sure not to draw or have one in his opening hand.
Yes.
Oh no. Wait, why is that?
I can honestly say this is a matchup I've never seen.
I've never seen it. I think it's so weighted in Julian's favor.
What?
Up there, now he plays a risk factor. Karl's like, if I have him draw, that's less mill cards. But then he just mills some more good cards in the graveyard. What do I do?
Yeah.
What the hell do I do?
You just
That's pretty funny. Hearing the, what do I do? Echoing our sentiment.
Yes.
Like you said, like seeing that face cam. I appreciate that.
So no matter what happens, you're
That was funny.
not necessarily. You just pay 4 more life. I don't want to pay 8 because that's 8 mana for 8. I tap 6. You pay 8. I'm okay with it.
Now, I feel like if that Sphinx's Tutelage was a Fraying Sanity, how do you like Karl's chances?
I still don't.
No?
No.
As much.
I said the fact that Julian's only going to have to do 8 to 11 points of damage just because of the creeping chills.
Yep.
It's going to be so easy for Julian just to bring up all of his creatures back.
Now, Mill, a very popular archetype here at Heroes Welcome. I believe there are 4 copies of it tonight.
4 copies of Mill? Bring your Emmercools.
You just gotta stifle the trigger.
Do I want
Trick bind the trigger. Nimble obstruction.
Nimble obstruction, yeah.
Yeah. Mind funeral. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
and
see how many
there's
land.
at least 3, possibly 4 copies tonight.
1, 2, 3.
Alright,
Look at
so
that.
with Mind Funeral in.
Fine Funeral got Creeping Chill and 2 Narcomoebas. This... I mean, this is just... I guess if you're going to play against Mill, you just play Dredge.
I forgot about the Narcomoebas.
I want to
The
die.
Narcomoebas come to play for free too.
Yep.
So that's 8 points of damage basically right there.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
And plus, now they're not summoning sick when we go back to Julian's turn. I mean,
That was your own funeral.
it's just showing him, look, it's more mill cards. Okay, cool. Yeah. Julian wins round 1.
I forgot about the Narcomoebas.
Because that does the exact
That
same thing.
changes the math.
A little bit more.
Yes. Now I'm
Because to
interested.
mill him 60 cards, he has to take at least, I mean, say variance, 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
And gets at least 3 copies of Narcomoeba into play. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Free.
Free damage, yep.
For free.
For free. And I wonder, now, this big thing is if Karl's playing any sort of graveyard hate.
I believe he plays Extirpate.
Okay.
Maybe he plays some Surgicals. I believe when I saw it, he plays at least an Extirpate. I know he plays the new card, the Unmoored Ego.
Unmoored Ego? Okay.
Yep.
Because, yeah, he definitely wants those extra baits or surgical distractions for the... mostly for the creeping chills, but still for the, like maybe even Narcomoebas or all the prized amalgams and stuff like that. He definitely wants to bring those in.
I agree.
It's just get drained for 12 life.
Pop to our favorite new feature.
Oh yeah, I
here.
forgot about that feature. I'm still not used to it.
Karl with a K. Oh, we were getting things ready and Brent spelled it with a C. Sorry,
I'm sorry, Karl. My bad.
Karl.
Karl.
Karl, we love your name. It's great. Looks like Sean Stairs in the background. He's playing some Storm. Played that last week.
Also another good deck.
There's a lot of variants. We have Infect, Storm. There's some control decks out there. Like I said, there's the mill decks.
Burn.
Yeah, I saw a Tron deck.
Oh yeah,
out there,
Tron.
mono
Yeah.
green Tron.
Yeah.
Always nice to see that. I don't think, I could be wrong, I don't think there's any green-white company this week, though.
Okay.
Which is another popular one that shows up a lot.
Yeah. Huh. What's nice about Modern is there's so many different varieties of decks
I'm gonna go first.
that seeing 4 mill decks is actually kind of very strange,
Yes.
but
Another very popular archetype. I mean, it's a fun deck. I've always liked the mill mechanic.
yeah.
I've just always had that frustration where you get them down to like 2 cards left in the deck.
Yep.
And then they kill them.
That's how it feels like whenever I play Burn. Just get him down to 2 life. Now I'll draw 6 lands.
Land.
Oh, by lost.
Land. I'm dead.
We have a hollowed one out. Oh, I drew a Swift Spear. Well, that does nothing.
You'll be a goblin guy. You give him the land.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll keep this. I'm gonna keep it this.
Karl looks very excited with his hands.
He is so excited that Karl's going to help him mill. Or Julian's going to help Karl with the mill plan. Though Julian wants his library in his graveyard, so...
Yeah, I don't know of a realm where this deck beats that deck. Like I said, it depends on the number of extirpate surgical effects.
Yeah, how much graveyard hate he actually has. I think if I was playing mill, I'd want extirpate and surgical distraction. I probably still would play some number of Leyline of the Voids.
Yep.
There's the
Leyline of
crab.
the Void would be good.
Hedron crab?
Yep. The Landfall Mill 2, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, that's the tour for you. Okay, so it starts 6 shots only. Son of a gun.
There's...
Oh.
Oh!
Alright, so we're not going to get the quadruple creeping.
Nope, not even the quadruple Narcomoeba.
That's why I said that variance of the 3 copies.
What?
The Hill Spellbound? Yep.
Okay, has nice spellbomb.
He does have some mono graveyard.
Yeah, Julian then opted not to dredge that turn.
You searched your library? Yeah, please. I wish I had the dream. I really do. Hey, you get your dream. You're alive. Why would I want to be alive? Exactly. Embrace death. Play Platinum Angel. Be at negative 324. No. Play one with nothing. Why isn't he running for Why isn't he playing one?
That's the real question.
Collective brutality, escalating.
Julian with the collected brutality. Probably gonna kill the crab, and I probably is gonna do the pseudo duress mode. He's just trying to figure out what he wants to discard. Looks like he's discarding the conflagrate.
Well, this sucks.
So being the mill aficionado, Bob, what does Karl have in his hand? He had 2 copies of that black card and 2 lands.
I have no idea.
Move, I have no idea. I couldn't find that one.
Yeah, sure. Land. Right, untap, keep, draw.
You have 2 creatures at the moment.
What?
There's 2 creatures in my hand.
Yeah, when do they come out?
One is a dredger, and the other one will never.
Karl
I'm okay with that. Play Watergrave tapped.
plays the land and says go.
Untap, upkeep, and
Oh, it was like, did I draw the for turn? Like, yeah, I did. My head hurts. I don't like that he tapped his land. He tapped 2 land. Son of a gun already.
Flaying Tendrils. That's the card he just played.
I mainboard that.
Or he has in his hand.
Okay.
It's 1, 2 black. You just get -2/-2 for creature you put in there.
Right,
That
and
turns
it's
exile.
exile. That's right.
Untap, keep, draw.
Don't know that it's going to do much. I mean, it kills Bloodghast and Archimedes.
Yep.
Field a run? Yep. Say go.
I missed how the Hedron grabbed. Oh, they got Collective Brutality.
Yep.
I saw that.
I mean, I'm not dead now, so.
It's kind of a weird stalemate right now.
Yes.
Julian doesn't want to put more cards in the graveyard because of the spell bomb, and Karl's not doing anything.
Faithful Living? Okay. I need bridge. No, just bridge.
I think if you're Julian, you just got to get him to pop the spell
Yeah.
bomb.
I think
Like, you commit some, like, minor. Yep, let's say it. The Bloodghast. Yeah. That's probably enough to get him to pop it here.
right.
Karl thinking it over here. We talked about it last round. It's kind of that weird, when do I blow my graveyard hate artifact?
Yeah.
Alright. Can't stop the trigger.
And this will come out.
Or can you respond to the trigger?
Yeah, that can come out.
I believe you can
To
respond.
landfall?
Yeah.
He's letting him do it. So. I think I would have done it there, especially with a conflagrate in the yard.
Right.
I feel like I would have done it there.
Yeah, with the trigger on the stack, you can exile it. Man, you are a
Crypt Incursion.
man. You
Thank
are
you very much, sir or madam.
you are a better person than we are. Boy, it sure is Crypt Incursion, isn't it? Exile all creature cards from target player's graveyard. And you gain 3 life for each. Wow, an instant.
I thought that was
Man.
a vampire, like, trying to suck someone's blood.
Okay.
In the art. It is definitely not that.
Well, Karl has 2 in his hand, so I can see why Julian was kind of being cautious of what to put into the
It's an
graveyard.
instant, though. I don't know why he wouldn't have done it in response to the landfall. For your,
Not too sure.
especially with the spell bomb. He'd have the spell bomb up, too.
Right. We do appreciate the help, Mr. Or Miss Misery. A couple 6s, a couple X's. Eternally. We do appreciate the help. We do appreciate the help, and if you're not following the Twitch, make sure you hit that follow button. Helps us out a great deal. Tell your friends. Tell your wife. Tell your kids. Tell your husband.
I was waiting for that.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Just to make sure they hit that follow button. Helps out a great deal.
So
All right, chat friend. What is that artifact?
you're targeting me. Not
Oh, the one on Julian's side?
Yes.
I'll tell you that I don't know what it is. So, if you in chat know what it is, which you probably do because you're smarter than us, don't be afraid to just call it out. Just pretend this is like a game show and just start yelling out things.
Turtle.
Yeah, it's a turtle. Turtle, turtle.
every modern deck caster runs that. My turn. Yep. Untap that.
All right, so Karl. Girl. This is a Jace's Phantasm. I feel like I know that one.
I believe you're right.
Yes, I got.
Oh, Kyle. Awesome. Nice to meet you.
And happy birthday, Kyle.
Brent will sing you happy birthday at the end of this round.
Sure. What am I looking for?
Yep, that is a Jace's Phantasm. I got one.
Even a blind mouse collects its nuts twice a week. Or however that saying goes.
The blind squirrel finds a nut.
I don't care.
Mouse collecting its nuts?
Well, if you... Never mind. So, if you have 10 or more, so yeah, it's definitely a 5/5 flying...
If an opponent.
Right, if an opponent.
Yep.
But yeah, Julian
But
definitely has more
there
than
is
10
interesting
cards.
interaction now that if he pops the spell bomb.
It'll be a 1/1.
Yes. So now Julian almost kind of wanting him to blow the spell bomb.
Right.
Sure.
Another delayed trigger off another amalgam.
Yeah. Untap. Upkeep. Drop. Frank Sanity.
There is the Fraying Sanity, the enchantment we were
Okay.
talking about earlier.
Yep. And it chance a player, that's why I gave it to...
Yep.
Kind of gave it to him, even though
It's
it's
kind of
still...
like the curse cards.
Yeah.
Kind of used to be.
I believe it is a curse, actually. What was it called?
Fraying Sanity. You may be correct.
Yeah, or a curse.
Ooh, look at you knowing things.
So if Julian plays in any Witchbane orbs,
It does remove all curses.
it does remove a curse.
I believe it removes all curses.
No.
Go ahead and pull that up here.
Witchbane orb?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, because, pretty sure Julian's playing it.
I mean, it's a great card. It's not Witchbane Orb, not that orb.
Witchbane?
Yes. There it is.
That Bane.
Yes, destroy all curses.
Oh, I see.
That is a cast down.
Down to.
It's just the more relevant thing is you have hexproof.
Right. So if Karl was playing against... what's that bad...
Lightning bolt.
No,
Escape shot?
Lantern.
Oh, lantern. Yes.
Sig off.
I think is the only deck that actually plays that Witchbane orb.
Kyle, if you don't mind, just curious where you're from. Just kind of see who we got watching us here. Yes, now it's that weird game where he doesn't want to blow the spell bomb because now he can't block profitably with his Phantasm.
Right.
Denver, Pennsylvania.
Wow. Welcome to our little stream of the corner of the
thanks
internet.
For watching. Tell your friends. We've been doing this for about a couple months now.
Yeah.
Brent and I really enjoy it. As you can tell, we don't know all of the card names.
Yeah.
But we have a good time. We've been playing Magic for, 15 years now.
Something like that.
We really enjoy it. Started out playing Vintage, actually. So yeah, we do this we enjoy watching Magic. We enjoy playing Magic. So thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Definitely. How long have you been playing Magic? Denver? Kyle? What's your name? Kyle? Mr. Denver? Kyle? Kyle, how long have you been playing Magic?
Brent is good at articulation.
You know, this is not my full-time job.
But wouldn't it be great if it was?
No, because I'd be terrible at it.
Alright, so lay triggers on the amalgams there.
Which does
Flashback Conflagrate. 4. 2, 3. Yep, killing the Phantasm here.
yeah, Frank's any trigger. Yep. So I think that's
Oh, he's gonna mill some cards
Oh yeah, because we put it from anywhere.
from anywhere. Yeah.
I'm figuring out active and active play.
oh okay.
Yeah, it's 1,
2, 3, 4.
Yep.
Yeah. So after those results, I'm gonna crack the field and
Alright, so using that Fielder Rune. That's another card to go right here.
Interesting that he played it after the effect of the
Yep.
flaying.
Fraying Sanity.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 for Avacyn Restored. Great set. One of my favorite creatures in that set. Restoration Angel.
It's a good one.
Yeah, well, definitely. Thanks for hanging out with us. We definitely appreciate it. Tell your friends. We'd like to get more people in chat, more people talking. We enjoy the conversation. And thanks for your help tonight. There's that Flame Tendrils.
Exiling all the creatures.
Yep. So would not trigger the Fraying Sanity then.
Right.
All right, another Restoration Angel fan.
The old Restoration Angel Thragtusk combo.
Yes, you were a big fan of that.
I love.
Big fan of gaining like 40
Man,
life.
that band control deck was just
Man,
so
Thragtusk
dumb.
was such a good card.
Yes.
I like that it sees some like fringe play in Modern.
Yeah. Played in Tron a lot.
Ooh, Huntmaster. Yes. Huntmaster of the Fells. That card, I mean, it saw some play in like the Jund decks and things like that. But, yeah, it's not.
So 10 is
Oh.
20, and that's 40.
Did he just,
Oh, he played a
did
second.
he just get it?
I think so. He just,
But Creeping Chill.
Okay.
Carl's at 3.
Yeah,
Oh no!
he told him, he's like, I have Creeping Chill. Yeah.
Oh wow!
I thought he had it.
Yeah, I thought he did too. That's what he's like. He mills him for 30
How
right
many-
there,
well,
but
well, okay. How many Creeping Chills does he have?
actually be more than 30.
Because he has the Spell Bomb. So when the Creeping Chill hits, he can exile. How many Creeping Chills are in the deck?
Carl's only at 3 life though. He only.
That says as if there's 2, he's dead.
That's yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you, no matter how much you did mill me for, if basically if you gave me a turn, I could conflagrate you.
Yeah, I figured.
Or risk factor you twice, and at that point, if I don't draw.
I kind of think Julian forgot about the spell bomb because he never.
True. Well,
Or Karl, you mean?
Or Carl forgot it. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, Julian takes that one in 2.
I was hoping for a second land because
I thought he got him there. I thought he squeaked that one up. So
I
yeah,
thought
I
he
mean,
did too.
he's at 3 life, so.
Yeah.
but I didn't draw, and I'm like, I need to take.
Alright. So we're back in the booth, as we like to call it.
It's quite a booth.
So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Brent is going to sing Happy Birthday.
Oh, am I?
Kyle. Yes, to Kyle now.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kyle from Denver. Happy birthday to you.
Alright. So that's a good way to transition here. We're going to see if we can move a game over. Otherwise, we'll be back for round number 4.
Happy birthday.
here we are for round number 4.
Yes.
Kyle, are you still with us? Or are you out enjoying your birthday festivities? So we got some Jeskai control versus some Bant spirits, most likely.
It is Bant? Or do you know if it's
I
Bant?
do not. It is at least blue-white.
Okay.
So we'll kind of find out as he plays here. The green splash is usually just like for Collect Company, Noble Hierarch. So I'm pretty we'll find out pretty fast.
I know Roger, well, I guess he does own a Noble Hierarchs, but I know he owns Aether Vials too.
Yep.
Usually if it's blue-white, they'll play Aether Vials,
Yep.
and
So we
Bant
will
plays the...
Should be able to find out fairly soon here.
Chaz is on the good old Jeskai control.
See, Drogfield Captain, Spell Queller, Mausoleum Wanderer looks like. Should be a good match.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to this.
Looks like
Phantasmal Image. It's a
like
cavern. Yep, they're both keeping. So here we go.
Is that a bird? Oh, I must be playing Bant.
Yep. So it is Bant Spirits. Nope. Yep. So there's the bird. Botanical Saint.
Yes. Let's see if Chaz is going to bolt the bird. It looks like he is not.
Could path the bird.
Yeah, that's not really... You want to bolt the bird, but you don't really ever want to path the bird. Thank you for that smile, Roger. You're a good guy.
He's got the good art Haliphant too.
Original Ravnica Dissension, yeah.
And the good art Steam Vents. So he's going to Helix,
Helix,
the bird.
okay.
Upgrade Bolt the bird.
It's, well, yeah. I was going to say it's not as good, but I mean, it still does exactly what we want it to do.
Look at that. 22.
I believe it should only be at 20 because I think that's the put the Steam Vents into play untapped.
You are correct, sir. You are correct. We'll see if it'll matter here, but
Yeah.
Because yes, yeah, he should be with 17. So he fetched, untapped 17. He is at 20. But both players kind of missed it, so
It's an F&M.
yeah, exactly.
It's not sanctioned.
It is
Well,
sanctioned.
it's sanctioned, but it's not a major event, I guess I should say.
Man, you're paying for like 5 packs of Return to Ravnica. So let's talk about Return to Ravnica, or Guilds of Ravnica. Sorry,
Yeah.
Assassin's Trophy.
Yes.
How much Assassin's Trophy have you seen?
About 0. They're down to like
I know you watched
less than $10 now.
You watched a lot of the standard or the modern this past weekend, more
Yes.
than I have. You saw. I did not see any copies. I've only watched 3 rounds. That card was so hyped,
Way overhyped.
and I mean, not saying it's a bad card, but it's basically an upgraded Replicate.
Correct.
And I mean, I'm in a blue-white control group. I think you're in the same group, and they were terrified of that card.
For some reason.
Like, we need to build around this. We need to play. How many spell snares should we play? We should play this card. This card. And it's like, the card's good. I'm not discrediting the card at all, but
The card, and I
it's
always
not a
figured
format-defining
it's
card.
it is a very good card. If you're playing those colors, there's no reason not to play it.
Yep.
But it's not.
It's not a
format,
jam
yeah.
4 copies into your
Yeah,
deck.
you're not gonna
I play
start.
this card, I win.
You're not gonna start playing black and green in your Jeskai deck because the card is so good.
Yep. Yeah, I've noticed that as well. The card has just tanked in price. I mean, I feel bad for the people who bought them at $35 or whatever they were.
I know.
That's why I don't pre-order cards.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've been burned would never make up for the amount of times I've done well.
Correct. There was a Dredge deck in last weekend that had 4 in the sideboard.
So there's that Search for Ascanta, keeping up the Lightning Helix and or Logic Knot mana. Roger with the Supreme Phantom card. I think this is one of the cards that kind of made the deck, or brought the deck back.
Yeah.
The deck was played for a while.
Yep. Definitely having a 2-mana Lord, or another Lord, and
Yep.
it being 2 mana helps out a ton.
I think we lost Kyle.
Oh well, it was a good run.
Or he fell asleep. Or he's out partying.
It is his birthday.
Well, Kyle, if you're watching it later, definitely appreciate you hanging out with us.
When he was watching, we should have pinned the YouTube channel. So Kyle, hopefully.
I feel like we did.
Okay. I don't
Yay,
know.
Kyle's
Yay!
here.
Woo!
We're not alone.
We are not alone.
So, Kyle, which deck do you like in this matchup? I feel like I like Jeskai Control with my vote. What's your
Really?
vote, Brent?
Honestly, I kind of like the Spirits side better. Chaz does have a little more spot removal, but he doesn't have the sweepers.
It depends on, I mean, there are some Jeskai lists that are playing a number of Terminus.
Yeah.
Alright, so
I don't
Kyle,
know.
you're going to be our tiebreaker here. Was that... Oh, it was Logic Knotted. Okay, I was like, what would he... That is one of my favorite creatures, too. The Spell Queller. Love that card.
Yeah, I think Roger was just playing it out as a
Just get
as
the
a
beat
beater.
up.
Yep,
It's a
and
4/3 beater with the Phantom out.
That's just true, yeah. So Chaz kind of is obligated to counter it.
Drog Skull
Oh.
Captain.
That's pretty good.
Attack for 3. Yeah. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Definitely, you know you love your deck when you're going to start foiling it out, pimping it out. That is great. That's fair. That's fair.
I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for this match, though. I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
I think it's going to go to 3. I think it's going to be some good matches here. I know Chaz. I don't know him that well, but I've seen him around the Magic community for a while. Definitely a seasoned player, knows what he's doing. So, and Roger's been around for a while playing too.
Yeah.
He actually started playing a few years ago. Just kind of picked things up. Remember, he was playing Living End
Oh, yeah.
for a while. Borrowed a deck from a friend of ours and started playing that, and has definitely caught the bug and really jumped in fully. So
He played, he's definitely an aggro player. He played,
played
Merfolk
Merfolk for a while. Yeah.
in Humans.
Yeah.
Now he's on to,
I know. I was talking to him.
Spirits.
I heard him talking about playing a Mausoleum Wanderer, and I was like, "You're not playing humans. That's not a human." But yeah, I mean, Spirits is definitely in that same vein though of the kind of aggro control type deck,
right.
where like you have interaction, you can counter spells, you can do things like that.
Mhm.
All right, so 14-13. Now, interestingly enough, if he has a Spell Queller, he can stop that if he has a Verdict.
If
He
you
cannot counter the Supreme Verdict.
right, but
But Spell Queller exiles the
yes,
spell.
doesn't counter it, which is kind of interesting, and
That's
that's,
why I
kind
was
of
kind of
another
surprised
reason.
to see. I mean, I'm guessing he has another one if he jammed out that other one at the end of
Right.
turn.
Well, most decks, like you're saying, even like the Jeskai decks, kind of turn to Terminus, mostly because of Spell Queller.
Yep. So it looks like a Rattle Chain's probably targeting the Drog Skull Captain.
It's a Phantasmal image.
What did I call it?
Rattle Chains.
Oh, in my mind,
It's the
I was
same mana
thinking
cost,
that he
but-
was going to play a Rattle Chain.
That's fair.
All right. So it's gonna get cryptic here either way.
Yeah, if he... Well, he would have chosen the Drogskull Captain, then every single one of his creatures would have had hexproof.
Yep.
No, so he's cast. So this is on the stacks. I know.
Should this now become hexproof? So what mode do you counter draw? It'll be out of target, but will it still catch draw? So if you don't have a target,
It's gonna be some sort of discussion about the modes and interactions. I'm not sure what the Drog Skull Captain mode here.
Yeah, if you remove that from the stack so it's not countering anything, then he doesn't. You like remanded your own spell.
But she has with all the good lands. You got the original art flooded strands too. I wish I had those.
Used to.
I did. Don't remind me.
Yeah,
All right, so
that's...
it's like counter draw on the image here. Puts him down to 8, 12. Did I miss something? Oh, he fetched. That's what's going on.
Let's say...
I was like, what is happening?
I didn't know what you were confused about. He fetched, yes.
Okay.
Um.
Okay, so it's counter tap. That's what it was.
Okay.
Well, so I was trying to figure out the creatures were tapped and he only lost 1 life.
Crypt Command is a very, very good Magic card.
Unless you're Gary and you fetch wrong.
Well, you know.
Or tap.
Or just tap wrong.
Alright, so the Ascanta has now turned into... Or the Search for Ascanta has now turned into Ascanta. So he does play the
He
Terminus.
does play the Terminus. All right, and he just naturally top decked it.
No, it was counter draw. That's what I thought. Alright. So he does play the Terminus. Like I said, a lot of these Jeskai lists are playing 2 to 3 copies of Terminus. And especially with Dredge running around, like, just killing their creatures.
Yeah,
they can
kind
just
of
recur them.
combination of, like I said, the spell quellers, and then, having Dredge or even the Hollow One deck is like, you'd just rather just get rid of them in the bottom of the library.
I know the
graveyard.
One that exiles attacking creatures.
Settle the Wreckage.
Settle Wreckage. That card's picked up a lot too.
Yeah.
Some of the blue-white lists are playing 2 to 3 copies.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because it's the, you want the exile effect. Graveyards are not a safe place
when
anymore.
the Dredge Vine, Hollow Vine, whatever you want to call it, the Vengevine decks were running around, those cards were picking up a lot of steam too for the same reason. Alright, yep, he's on Settle the Wreckage too, so definitely think that card is really, really good right now.
Especially with Dredge being on such
I know it was
a
really,
big deck
really
right
popular
now
with SCG last weekend.
Yeah. We just saw a couple Dredge decks. Well, we saw the same Dredge deck, but it still was doing pretty well on camera just now, or last couple of rounds. As you can see, if you play against Mill, Creep and Chill is pretty good against Mill.
Don't, if you're playing your Mill deck, hope you don't get paired against Dredge.
Oh, man. Oh, okay.
Ooh, I like that. I have always liked that card.
I was thinking about Deck and Stone the other day. It's like,
You know
such
what?
a good card.
We're going to pull that up because I like that card. It's been a while since I read it.
I believe it has kind of the Detention Sphere-esque effect, too.
Yeah, exiles all creatures, I believe, with the same name.
Yeah.
Target creature and all their creatures its controller controls with the same name as that creature. Then that player gets a clue for each non-creature token, non-creature card exiled that way.
But it exiles them all.
Yes, exiling being the key word there.
Yeah. I mean, sure, they can draw an extra card, but if you're exiling all their key cards...
Yep.
Huh.
I like that. I like that a lot. I like that card when it was in Standard, so...
Might have to try some number maybe in blue-white.
Yes. There you go, Mike. You can put some blue-white.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what you play when you wear your dinosaur costume.
Man, I love those islands.
Yeah. Kind of looks like the Titanic's coming up behind that. One island's going to start sinking. It looks like a little iceberg and then the big... Never mind.
Speak of tragedy, Brent.
All's fair is love and war.
Alright, Selfless Spirit.
Also, another card that... Another reason why you don't really want to play the
Yes.
Wrath effects anymore.
Yeah, you can not Selfless Spirit a Terminus. I mean, you can. You can definitely make your guys
indestructible as they're going to the bottom of your library.
But you know what wouldn't go to the bottom of the library then?
The Selfless Spirit.
Selfless Spirit.
Which then, you'll just won't draw it then.
You could Moreland Haunt it. Later. I don't know, I think I like the versions that play the Aether Vial better almost.
Think so?
I think I haven't played the deck. I mean, I played the banned version a little bit. I have not played the Aether Vial version. I don't know Aether Vials, which is a shame.
Roger. Well, I mean,
he has both.
The thing about this version is that obviously he doesn't have a collected company, but if he had a collected company after that, like Terminus, he would still be able to quickly build up a board.
Yep.
While the Aether Vial version can't do that.
Yep.
On the same spectrum, the Aether Vial, almost all your creatures kind of have flash even without the rattle chains then.
Yep.
So,
All right, so flashing in a Droxel Captain.
all right.
Giving this guy's hexproof here.
In response to Lightning Bolt.
I think Rattle Chains is one of the best creatures in the deck.
Oh, absolutely.
Obviously, the Lords are very good. Yeah, Rattle Chains.
Rattle
Or not
Chains.
Rattle Chains. Yeah, Rattle Chains.
Yeah, Rattle Chain is the one that gives them all flash.
Yep. And has that weird creatures gain. That creature gains a hexproof.
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
cast
When
it-
it when it comes into play, the target creature gains or target spirit gets hexproof.
Chaz with a Jason hand. Can't really tell what else. Leave a path to exile. Nope.
See a mountain.
Mountain, that's what it is. Mountain, Jace. Is he gonna cast the Mind Sculptor?
I believe so. Yep.
We'll sculpt some young minds. Or old minds in Roger's case. Not think of that old Roger.
Wow. Roger still a spring chicken.
I like just brainstorming here, I think.
I think so.
Yep. Chaz agrees here. Terminus.
So now, yeah, you can set up putting Terminus on top.
Interested if he has like an opt or some way to draw a card too.
Yeah. Even like Cryptic Command
Mm-hmm.
would be pretty good.
Yeah, he does have enough to do that. Because I think he has blue, colorless. Yeah, he has enough.
Well, yeah, all of his lands are blue, and he has a Hollowed Fountain as well. So
Yeah, he does have a cryptic, so he can definitely do it. You put the Terminus on top. Because why wouldn't you?
right. Definitely the best place for Terminus is on top of your library. This is where Roger plays Thought Scour, targeting Chaz, having a mill too.
When the blue-red Delver decks were really, really popular when Treasure Cruise was the thing, I played a Serum Vision inscribed to the top, and my opponent Thought Scoured me.
How rude.
I was like, that is amazing. Why have I never thought of this?
You usually think of Thought Scour because
you're feeling-
targeting
trying to
yourself,
feel your-
either feeling your own graveyard.
Yep,
But
so he does do the Cryptic, draw, cast Terminus. So heads up play by Chaz there.
Yep. Probably something like he resolves. So I was wondering if he like bounced a land or something, but second he's pretty much playing 4 mana, draw a card.
Yep. You could do something along the lines of like tap your team, draw a card.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't really do anything.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it's,
That's
all you
why I
care
was
about is
wondering-
drawing a card.
So I was kind of wondering if he just like return a shockland to
Yep.
Roger's hand or something, but doesn't matter really.
No. The other mode is somewhat irrelevant.
Correct.
Roger with a lot of cards in his hand, but I'm not sure what they are. Moreland Hunt.
All right.
Selfless Spirit. Slow his man up to Moreland Hunt here. I don't think he has any creatures in his area. He has a Phantasmal
He
Image.
does have a Phantasmal Image, yep. The one that got countered so long ago.
And most of his creatures are on the bottom of his library. Ooh. So he plays at least 3 tournaments.
Whew.
I dig it. Chaz appears to be no stranger to playing this control deck.
Right. I don't believe I've seen any Snapcaster mages yet.
I believe you're correct, sir.
And I understand in the blue-white version, you know, kind of less and less Snapcaster sometimes. But in the Jeskai version, you kind of want that for,
Yep.
or at least some number of Snapcasters with
I
all
could
the
see
lightning
maybe
bolts.
going to like 3.
Maybe.
See this right here. You're making spirits, Roger. Where are your spirit tokens? I will give you some, sir.
I think I have some in a box at home. Kyle, how many Snapcaster mages do you play in your pimped out, foiled out Jeskai deck? And do you have the Judge Promo
I was just gonna say,
Snapcasters?
secondary question. Which art are said Snapcasters, if they exist?
Oh, well.
Hey, I see a Snapcaster.
You know what? So, Chaz does play Snapcaster, which...
The Tiago Chan Snapcaster. See a Terminus again.
Yep.
Oh, savage. Oh, I like it. The RPTQ promo one.
Boy. All right.
Got a high roller up in here.
Right.
I wonder if we can pull up that art. I don't know if it has the promo ones on here. I believe I know what it looks like, but... No, it will not let us pull up the RPTQ promo ones. Is that the one that reminds me of Lucio?
You think so? I think that was the one I was... We're going to look it up in our secondary computer.
Also known as our phone. It is the one that looks like Lucio.
Okay, yeah, it is definitely Lucio. Lucio. Yeah. Kyle knows. Yep. Chaz, Field of Ruining, the Moreland
See, that's
Han.
another thing I'm interested to see is how many Field of Ruins he plays. I feel like 3 in a 3-color deck.
Well, that was his first one, right? Or was that his second one? I think that was his first one.
I feel like it was the first. Here's what I don't like about the plains. The border looks so much different than the island border. That one almost looks like it doesn't have a border.
The border is definitely very much blue like the background wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, the plains.
Even the mountain is a little more pronounced.
Yeah.
The plains is so pronounced, though. You need to play some blue-white so you can show off your Scottish Highland Plains.
I know, I'm so excited.
Or some Jeskai.
Less excited. I like blue-white over
Now,
Jeskai.
what would we have to do to get you to play some blue-white control on screen for us?
On camera?
Yeah.
Me not commentate. But I enjoy this a lot more than playing lately, so...
Well, you could have a round 1 feature.
I sure could. You can see how poorly I am at Magic.
You're good at control.
I'm good at watching control.
I'm a big fan of the island Roger has, too. The Cup Island. I'll tell you what I'm not a fan of, though.
The Modern Master Horizon Canopy?
Yes. So he has a original Innistrad, Zendikar Island, and a Battle for Zendikar Plains.
Yeah, sure does. Very keen, Bob. Very keen.
One of these things is not like the other.
Actually, I'm kind of curious. Kyle, what basic lands do you use? I really like Kyle's decks. I really want to know.
Alright, so does have the Cocoa.
He does. He finally drew the Cocoa, but yep. Logic not for one.
He's had that Logic Nut for quite a while.
Right.
Like I said, Chaz definitely not a stranger to the control deck here.
No, Logic not for like 2 or 4 or something. Logic not for enough.
He does have, I believe, a couple lands up top there.
Oh, okay. Chaz is getting to the point of where he's just gonna start burning out his opponent. Just lightning helix to Roger.
Yep.
It's less impressive than a creeping chill, but it still works.
It's not free.
Yeah.
Jason, is it still on 3 or is it on 1?
Looks like it's on 1, but I
I think
don't
it's
see.
3. I think it's 1.
Yeah, I
2,
can't
3.
figure if that's his hand or if that's one of the dots. But I think he's just been brainstorming every turn. I think
that's enough for
I think
Roger.
as I say, I think
I
Chaz
think you
just
showed him the Snapcasters and the
Yeah.
in his hand.
like yeah.
All right, so it looks like a bunch of the other games are finishing up here. Oh, the white bordered cards. Oh, my eyes, Kyle, my eyes.
Man after my own heart.
But I enjoy the principle behind it.
But they will be judge lands.
Brent
Which
just
is fine,
recently
too.
picked up a bunch of Euro lands for a really good deal. So
Yeah.
now we just got to find a place to use them.
Like Heroes Welcome
In Menominee,
in
Wisconsin,
Menominee, Wisconsin.
Gary did win his last round.
He did.
He did
Good for
1
him.
and 2.
Wow. Good for him. What, do you know what he played against?
I do not. I know he won by ultimating his Jace the Mice.
Really?
Yes.
Good for him. Sometimes you just win by
I
ultimate.
told him that deck has 3 Jaces, 2 Tassigers, a Liliana of the Last Hope, 4 Lightning Bolts, and 4 Snapcasters.
That's win conditions?
Yep. Well, and a Kolaghan's Command, and then a Braid, which cannot do damage to a player, so I don't know why I said it. I always think,
I don't know why
I always
you-
think that card can do damage to a player.
It cannot. It'd be amazing if it could. It's already a good card. It would be
You mean
so
it's
good
not
if...
an Incinerate that can just try an artifact?
Yeah. That seems like it would be pretty good. I mean, almost as good as playing free Lightning Helix. But what do I know?
Interesting to see he's playing Birds. I mean, I think they played 1 copy of Birds.
And I have played around with Airblade.
Yeah, they usually play Nobles. I mean,
I've seen 1 copy of Birds of Paradise. I think they want
Yeah.
5 mana drop, 5 1 drops. I almost think he'd want to play. I guess the flying is not irrelevant. I also think he'd want to play like an Avacyn's Pilgrim. Maybe not though. I guess the
maybe
blue
it's
mana-
the fact. Yeah, it's the fact that birds can create any color mana, and Avacyn's Pilgrim only creates white.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
I've seen Avacyn's Pilgrim in the human deck, but that's because it's a human.
I feel like Birds is
so-
probably like the worst card in the deck though.
It's probably not one of the best, but if he's he's playing the Collected Company, and if he can play that out, play Collected Company by turn 3.
I guess the acceleration is worth it.
Right. Or playing a Drogskull Captain on turn 2, or
Yep.
playing the
Geist the same track.
guy. Oh yeah, Geist the Same Trapped on 2.
They usually play some number of them in the sideboard.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see if Roger would bring them in here.
If it was a straight blue white, they play some number main.
Kyle's a bird fan. Always the bird. It does fly. I've seen versions that play
That's true with Gavney Township.
Gavney Townships.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely the flying with the Gavney Township is a big boon for Bird's Paradise.
Look at you using big words.
It's a 4-letter word.
Find words that have meaning. Articulating yourself.
Actually, it might be a 5-letter word. B-O-N-N-E?
No, I think it's not Daniel Boone. I think
Oh, that's what I was talking about. It's he's
does he
a
have
big
like
guy.
does he have like a coon? It's Paul Bunyan.
Oh God! Dang it!
Does he have is it a bird wearing a coonskin cap?
Sure, why not?
Does he have a little blue ox bird that flies behind him?
Blue Oxford. Who went to Oxford?
Like Daniel Boone. Yeah, he's real big.
Wait, who is that?
Daniel Boone.
Yeah, no, but the other one.
Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan, yeah. See, but Paul Bunyan's the one with the big blue ox, not Daniel Boone.
I know, so I was making fun of you. No, if he's Daniel Boone bird, he'd be wearing a coonskin cap. Flying around.
Tarmogoyf skin cap. So Roger's taking a mulligan. Looks like Chaz is keeping 7.
You actually over sideboard.
Can you name the art on the playmats of the playmats they're playing?
Oh yeah, the one on the left. So Roger's a big creature deck. So he has Oblivion Stone, naturally, and player right has Primeval Titan.
Good job. I did not think you would know the one on the left.
I think it was the week you weren't here and Gary was here. We were talking about the playmat. I think Roger kind of plays Oblivion Stone because it's ironic. If your opponent plays Oblivion Stone, he usually loses.
I was talking this about Gary to Gary one day. I said I like the player who shows up to a tournament in like I played a guy. He showed up in a Boros tournament, like a Boros T-shirt.
Oh boy!
His deck box was a mountain deck box with mountain sleeves. And he was playing an elf deck.
Yes.
Now that is the kind of misdirection I can get behind.
Yes. What am I playing? What am I playing? Yes, you guessed elves.
And then you have the guy who like does all that, and you're like, "There's no way this guy's playing Burn," and he's actually playing Burn.
Yes, of course, exactly.
Two terminus in his open hand. Can't tell if he's just flipping around or if there's two copies.
I see at least one.
Two
Oh,
copies.
Yeah, two copies.
I think also two copies of Lightning Helix. Maybe it helps.
Roger loves shuffling his deck. Never ever we want to be when you're already down a game.
Yes.
Opponent
This is the
keeping
point
7.
in my experience where I'm just like, well, I lost.
Yes.
That is kind of how I feel. I also feel that way after I lose game 1.
Yeah, I know.
Even before I mulligan, I'm just like, I just lost.
I just lost. I
Then you
went 2 games in a row.
Then you win game 2 and you're just like, all right, now I gotta try.
I have to play a I have to play a game 3 now. This is so dumb. I hate this game.
Botanical Sanctum, I believe, on the top. It's a Unified Will in his hand.
Yeah, it's a Mausoleum Wonder.
Mausoleum Wonder.
Or Chaz has Opt, or if he has Keeping Up Path.
And there's an argument for Spell Snare. He could have a Spell Snare in his deck.
I suppose.
Yeah, it is Opt.
I don't know if Chaz keeps too many counter spells because of Caverner Souls, but
That's fair.
I'm sure there's still some number in there.
Now from a Roger seat, I'm thinking, what counter spells could he have now? It's Logic Knot or Mana Leak.
Sorry, 14. Yes. Yeah, because 2. Yeah, I did. So that's the first turn it's attack. So it's. That's it. So I fetch shock twice, and then fetch twice. Or no, fetch shock twice, and then attack twice. 17, 14, 12.
He's gonna Helix.
No. It's
Fetch to
play
14.
like this, and then I played shocked, opt, and then you played that, and then attacked. So that's only one. This is the first attack, and then I'll. Fetch
Roger does have that Unified Will, though.
17, 14, 13, something
I think they were just figuring out like was there, but yeah, if Chaz Helix the Mausoleum Wonder, I think I would counter it.
I
But
100% would.
If he Helixes Roger, I think I just let it go.
Oh,
then.
yeah. Oh, I agree. Let's see what he points at here. No points. I'm guessing going upstairs? Or he's still thinking? Nope. It was upstairs.
Yeah, it
So,
looks like he was going upstairs. Yeah.
No, I agree.
I definitely want to just let that one go then.
Especially at end step.
Yeah.
Like him gaining the life kind of sucks, but. Is that a Return to Ravnica Sacred Foundry?
Yes.
We were almost there, Chaz. We were almost there, buddy.
Almost there. Roger taps out for the Supreme Phantom.
Oh, you're right into the logic now.
So I guess so.
He can counter back though with the Mausoleum one.
Yes, he can.
Yeah, so you can make me pay 1 extra if I did that. But I have to tap 2 as it is. You don't have 1 mana to pay, but you can make. Essentially, you get a
And
chance.
not putting the Sacred Foundry in here kind of might end up biting him here. Now, do you sack the Wanderer here?
Yes. The Wanderer rarely ever gets a target, it seems. And I think the Supreme Phantom is a better creature than the Wanderer.
I agree.
Yeah, I think Chaz, like, you saw that little delay. I think he kind of forgot about the Mausoleum Wanderer. And even there, he's like, well, shoot. I'll counter unless you pay 1.
He's got a Helix to take care of it.
All right.
We're at 19.
Just about starting life totals again. And I was hoping for the Spirit deck, but
Me and Kyle had to beat.
yeah, I sure did. I think Roger, though, has
If
the...
it has a Geist.
He has a Geist. He just windmill slams it right now.
Yeah. I mean, he has 2 tournaments. He has a Jace, though. So you can jam the Jace for this turn.
And
instead
set
of
up
a
the
tournament.
tournaments.
Yeah. I think Chaz has this one in the bag.
Does he have the Jace? Or the
He has a
Jace?
in
He
hand.
does?
He drew 1. I don't know if he has a 4th land, but he definitely has a Jace. He had 2 tournaments.
Oh, Roger looks up for the Hallowed Fountain. I guess his life doesn't actually matter
No.
too much, so...
When he loses, it's going to be when Chaz has a firm control on the game. Maybe
Pretty
there's a
much.
realm where he can get burned out.
Right.
Well, you want to play it instant speed too. It's like you're not tapping out on sorcery speed on your I guess you can never tap out really because you just need to keep like a color up.
All right.
Plays a Thalia.
Interesting. Because
Guardian
you can't
of
really
Faven.
play a counter spell with the Thalia, so why would... I guess you need a white mana. Okay.
He did need the
I
white
was like,
mana.
why did he fetch that on tap? He needed a white mana.
Right.
Okay. I was confused there. I was like, maybe he has like a spell pierce?
Chaz does not have that 4th land, rather.
The Thalia, though, shutting the Jace off, though.
That's true, yeah. The Chase does cost 1 more, too, so...
But Roger needs some sort of pressure that is not just a Thalia.
yeah.
Especially when Chaz has gained 6 life.
So far, this game, yeah.
I think he has Teferi in his hand,
Yeah, I
too.
believe I saw Teferi, which he's even further from casting that, too.
Have to exile.
Yeah, this is where I would use the Unified Will. Yeah. I don't think Chaz was too happy about that outcome.
Now, I would have liked that to be a spell color. I
And
think that would have made the game a lot.
in a perfect world, that would have been a spell queller, but you gotta use what you gotta.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think if it's a spell color, I think Roger swings a little bit more in his favor.
Believe he drew another Unified Will too.
Well, if Chaz draws a 5th land here, he can counter the Jace. Just a big thing. He could want to save it for a Terminus though, but just a Thalia isn't going to do it here.
I think if in that situation, I think he wants to just use it on the Jace, because you gotta expect that. You know, with Jace, you're gonna draw some number of Terminus and put it back, so you want to just get rid of the setter upper.
Yep.
The Morning Maid.
Yes. The Morning Maid.
The what do you call a person that sets things up in the morning?
Setup crew?
A setup crew.
I don't know.
Named
Andy?
Jace. He's gonna wreck it. Wreck it,
Wreck-It
Jace.
Ralph?
Just wreck it. Well, because instead of setting it up, Wreck-It Ralph wrecks it, but Jace is gonna set it up, so it's the opposite.
So maybe fix it,
So,
Felix?
so Roger attacks, which seems like a good plan.
Another path here?
I think he has a Snapcaster in hand, so I think he's gonna try to Snapcaster Path.
I think you can just take the damage here.
You're not... Roger doesn't have a lot of threat right now, and you're still a relatively high life
Yeah,
total.
you're not under a lot of pressure. The cards you have to worry about are like from Roger's side are like Tuck the Company, which he's not going to be casting anytime soon.
No. So Chaz went with Opt at end of turn.
Alright, here comes the giant Mind Mage. Be surprised if he did not play it. So this is probably going to get Unified Will, yep.
There you go. Oh, Disdainful
Oh, wait,
Stroke.
he could not cast Unified Will. The creatures are even.
That's true, you're right, but
Yeah, Disdainful
it was a
Stroke's
Disdainful
definitely
Stroke. I didn't even think about that. It wouldn't have worked, but thankfully Disdainful Stroke still answers the Jace.
You know what else that counters? A Terminus.
It does counter
Doesn't matter
Terminus.
if you pay 1 for it.
No, yeah.
Still costs 6.
The converted mana cost is still 6. Now it's a race, which,
Thalia wins.
well,
In combat.
combat-wise, Thalia wins. Burn-wise, Chaz wins.
Well, yes,
So,
yes.
see if Roger can actually draw another threat. Chaz did draw land number 6. So you could play that Teferi. Teferi.
Lucky old. Yep. That's it to fairy.
Does Roger have another counterspell? Another Disdainful
Wow.
Stroke. Holy smokes.
Again, no pressure though.
Yeah, Roger kind of turned to the control deck against the control deck, but...
Drew a lot of his sideboard.
Right.
Yeah. I'd like to see like a Rattle Chains come out here. Yeah, I think he's kind of trying to say, alright. And yeah, he's got to decide he's got to try to do something here.
So he's got...
But now, if he draws another land, Chaz can hardcast a Terminus.
Man, he drew the land.
Yeah, so he's just hardcast Terminus here.
Funnily enough, Roger in his spirit deck has had 1 spirit, 1 human, and a bird.
Yeah. I mean, he had to do something though.
Oh, yeah. Probably ran out of counter spells, and yep, Chaz drew that 7th
Well, he
land.
had still had the Unified Will, but it wasn't going to do anything.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, he couldn't play the bird and play Unified Will.
I mean, he's like, I think he did the correct play where he's just got to. There's the Geist, but Chaz has another Terminus, we know.
Yeah, Chaz is just gonna fire up on the other Cavity Township, or the other Terminus.
Brent is a professional, by the way.
I am professional MTG pro Magnum PI.
Yeah, I think he can just tap draw here.
Yeah.
Roger does have a Unified Will, though.
I don't know. I think with Roger tapped out, I think I actually probably would have liked the Terminus, but
I agree. So this attack connects to put him to 3.
though now next turn he can hardcast Terminus and still have Logic Knot up.
Yep.
Roger doesn't even have an Angel token. You need to hook Roger up with some tokens, Bob. Well, I
Okay,
guess-
so he just blocked. I did not see the second colonnade.
Neither did I.
Oh,
Well,
just all the answers. think Roger being stuck in those 3 lands and just having a value for the future.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely Chaz drew all the lands here, and
Bet you Kyle's having the time of his life watching Jeskai just beat down
That's his
poor little
birthday
spirits
present.
deck.
This is the birthday present.
This is the birthday present that
Brent
he
made
can
this
enjoy.
for you.
Yeah, sure. I sang him happy birthday. He can clip it and put it as his ringtone.
Boy, I'd hate for his phone to ring then.
Put it as a ringtone so no one can ever call him. I think if Roger has a collector company, I think right now is the time to play it.
Yep. Nope.
He just says go.
That was, as they say, the window.
That is what the children say.
Now, once the control deck starts firing up the colonnades, you don't feel very good.
No.
They're like, I have such control of the game, I'm going to waste 5 mana.
I'm going to spend 5 mana to do 4 damage to you.
Yeah. And it's like a fireball.
But 5 mana is a lot, so
Well, no, it is.
you know your control player has so much mana that it can tap that mana to do that and still
But he's
have
able to do that and
cryptic
still have
command.
cryptic,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
He has the Cocoa.
All right.
Like I said, I think I would like to see him do it.
The main phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at that point
Yeah.
Chaz only had 3 lands, didn't have cryptic mana up.
Yep, there's the Cryptic.
Yeah. And Boltzum.
Alright. So, Chaz Matlon taking down him with Jeskai.
Match prior to switching to tournaments, but the tournaments just so good.
Wow. I thought that you would go to 3. I really did.
I thought
Chaz
there was a
played
point
some
there
really,
where
really good games, though.
yeah, there was a point there where I thought Roger was going to get it, but
Yep.
yeah, getting stuck on 3 lands with only having counter spells.
Drew a
and not
lot.
having,
Yeah, drew a lot of his sideboard,
Yeah,
which I
not-
think kind of hurt him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us here. Kyle or anyone else in chat, thanks for hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you hang out with us next week, 5:30.
We stream Friday Night Magic every Friday.
Yep.
And whenever the owner here has events going on, they usually stream that. So like I said, follow and
Yeah, tell your friends. As I said earlier, we're trying to get up to at least 50. I obviously would like more. 50 on the Twitch page.
Yep.
And up to 100 on YouTube. So all of this stuff gets streamed, archived on
Yeah.
YouTube. So you can always go back and watch it. We're trying to get up to 100 followers on there. I'm going to put out a challenge tonight that if we can get either or both, would even be better. I will wear a dinosaur costume and I will play probably Dredge because it'll be terrible on
it'll
stream.
be a good deck.
Round 1 and lose horribly, and then you'll never have to see me again. But yeah,
Just right now.
Yeah, we are just trying to promote the stream. John here lets us do this. Brent and I really enjoy doing it. We enjoy people watching. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And Kat, hopefully you follow, and hopefully we'll see you again. Have a good birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, man.